I am not gonna lie, I need to get a better mic, like a way, way better mic. Though, unless I can. Hold on. Let me try something. Alright. Wait. Okay. It should work now, right? Does it sound better? I can't tell if it sounds better. Hold on. Alright, it does. You still hear my jet engine running in the background, but what's fair is fair. Yes. Welcome to the stream. I'll be playing Apollo Justice. I basically already know how, like, the first game goes. Like the premise and stuff, due to watching a playthrough of it, like, what, last year? But still. For the sake of new viewers, I'll play through it. Because why not? Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney. Episode 1. Turnabout Trump. Oh, that was huge. I just now realized. Showdown time. You lose. I seem to be in a bit of trouble. Something like that. Dad. Someone hit him. Hard. Me? Please. The cops should be here any minute. I'm in your hands. Should it come to that. April 20th, 9:37 a.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 3. I panic, palms sweaty. I can admit it. I'm nervous. Ah, good morning. Good morning, sir. You look tense, Justice. Wound up tight. What? Wound up, sir? No, I'm loose. Not sure if you want to say that. I'm fine, but pop off. That screeching noise. Is that your voice? I suppose it's to be expected. Hold on. Alright. Your first trial, and it's a homicide. I guess justice does start small, eh? I'm fine. I got up at 5 a.m. to do my course of still voice workout. I'm fine. Ah, that explains it. I did detect a certain rasping quality to your speech. I overdid it again. As you know, your client today is a good old friend of mine. I wouldn't want to let him down, if you get my drift. Drift gone, sir. I'm all over that drift. Crazy. As it happens, I dined with him the night of the murder. You can't let this case fall through. Yes, I'm fine, sir. One more thing. Don't say you're fine quite so much. People might take you the wrong way. I'll be prepared in our case. You might want to introduce yourself to the client. My name is Apollo Justice. If it isn't clear already, I'm a new attorney. And today is my first trial. Not that I'm worried or anything. The defendant has been accused of murder. My boss wants to help him out, of course, and so do I. I mean, there's no way he did it. Not him. No way. Whoa. Good, morning. Morning. It's all up to you today. First trial? Nervous? Meet him? Cardiac arrest? I think it's supposed to say something. Help? So you're fine. I'm fine. Ah, Mr. Fine, is it? I did remember you having an odd name. Well, we're off to a great start. Are you sure you're okay? I mean, with me? Mr. Gavin is a top-notch defense attorney, and he's your friend, so why? You'll see. You can do it. Be confident. I'm really sorry this happened to you. It's time. Shall we? Yes, sir. Okay, I need to focus. First trial, here comes justice. April 20th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 2. God, those look quality. The court is now in session. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is, ready, Your Honor. Mind going blank, don't panic. Too late. Your name was Mr. Justice, and this is your first trial. Yes, Your Honor, but I'm fine, really. Are you quite sure? Your voice sounds a bit strained. Mr. Gavin? Yes, Your Honor. I was under the impression that you'd be heading up this case. That's my intention, yes. However, a defense attorney must always see to his client's wishes. And my client specifically requested Mr. Justice. Well, of course he wants justice, but to entrust this case to this greenhorn. Why? I did not exaggerate when I said that you're the best defense attorney in town, Mr. Gavin. Okay, so Gavin's got trial experience, fine, but does he have cords of steel? Then, let's begin. The defendant may enter the courtroom. This is truly an unfortunate turn of events. I'm sorry you have to meet again under these circumstances. Long time no see, Mr. Wright. Let's put the past behind us, shall we? These days, I'm merely Phoenix Wright, piano player. Mr. Wright, how could this have happened? I won't speak of it further then. If the prosecution would be so kind as to spare the charges, Mr. Payne? Hold on. Do you think I shit, hold on. Do you think I saw you enter this room a fresh attorney, and I don't see you leaving chains? Ah, Winston Payne, so that ever his name. Ahem. The crime occurred at Borscht Bowl, a Russian restaurant. The defendant, Ms. Phoenix Wright, took the victim, a customer, and he hit him, wham, on the head, smack, killed him cold. A customer at a restaurant, you say? And the defendant? You say he was? The pianist for the club, it seems. Phoenix Wright. A pianist? This is the weapon that took the victim's life. A bottle of grape juice. Grape juice is apparently our defendant's drink of choice. The court accepts the deadly bottle as evidence. Something to note, Justice. All evidence is filed in the court record. Make practice of checking it frequently. The court record? Right, I've heard of that. Use E to look at the evidence so far. I'm confident in your ability to handle this. Right, just use E. Sounds like it's time for hands-on action. So of course, as we can tell, we can look at what? 92. There's a number described in the back of the badge. There are many numbers like it, but this one's mine. Proof that I'm in training. It's the truth. I get a happy feeling without just looking at it. No clues here. No clues here. No clues here. Victim's name, Shady Smith, age, male, estimated time of death, April 17th, between 1 a.m. God, I think they're playing so late in the night. Wouldn't be me. Like, it's no shot there, the only one that's just saw it. Grape juice. How long has it been since I drank grape juice? Apparently, they never started service shiny. I wonder how well it goes with spores. No clues here. No clues here. Alright, I think that's all I can say. Wait. So the victim was a customer at this restaurant. But just who was this herb? Shady Smith fellow. We believe he was a traveler, Your Honor. A traveler? According to his passport. According to his passport, he had been out of the country for a number of years. He had only returned to this country recently, though his place of residence is unclear. And he had some sort of connection with the defendant? That, too, is unclear at the present, Your Honor. We believe they first met at Borscht Bowl Club on the night of the crime. If they had only just met, then why murder? Perhaps the victim slighted the defendant's piano playing? But this doesn't appear to have been the case. No, the motive had nothing to do with the defendant's lack of playing skill. And he should not pretend to play. I'll let this fellow explain what that means. As we can see, the game of poker was in progress at the scene of the crime. Wait a second, is a poker gambling? That's a crime in and of itself. Indeed, it appears that our defendant has fallen to become the basis of sort of criminal. It is true that the defendant was engaged in a game of poker with the victim, yet it was only that, a game, in the pure sense. Competition, Your Honor. Competition? Yes, a test of wits, a silent clash of passions. Only the cards. Their backs, wreath, and blue flame knows fine outcome. Come again? The cards on the table. The cards on the table had blue backs, Your Honor. I believe that Finns was waxing poetic in an attempt to mystify those present and impress women. That would be our first order of business here, then. Find out more about this fiddly game of cards. Very well, defendant. You will testify to the court about the poker competition held at the night of the crime. My pleasure. This is it. My first trial. Here goes nothing. I absolutely love the cross-examination things for Apollo Justice, bro. I'm a pianist by trade. Yeah, I can hardly play at all. My real job is to take in interested customers over at the poker table. The room where we play and the competition in there are the club's main attractions. The rules are simple. We play a game of poker using 2 decks of cards. That's all it is, a game, and our customers are happy. I'm pretty sure I said 2 decks of cards when opponents who can't play piano, better than a defense attorney who can't defend. Very well. The defense may begin cross-examination. Right, Your Honor. My first cross-examination. Don't blow it. Are you alright? We're sweating bullets. Bullets? Where? It's figure of speech, Justice. Your voice sounds strained and raspy, too. My brain feels strained and raspy, sir. You've watched me perform cross-examination many times. Though you've never done one yourself, have you? Care for a refresher? What to do? Should I ask Mr. Gavin for a refresher course and examination? No thanks. No need for help here, sir. I think I got this one covered. I think you'd better do more of the things. You know it, or do you not? I'm fine. The rules of skill are ready for battle. My weapons, press and present. Finding inconsistencies in your lies and testimony is welcome to the court. That is cross-examination. Learn it, know it, do it. Inconsistencies, lies, Phoenix right? As if Phoenix Wright would never lie, and it's up to me to prove it. The defense may begin the cross-examination. Alright, so as far as I know how to play, just press every statement, but I think I know which one it is. You can hardly play? Oh, I play sometimes, when customers demand it. So I play them one song. That's usually all they want. Is that supposed to be a boast just now? The title of pianist is a mask. I expect them first. I work for the world at large. Then why are you really at the Basketball Club? My real job is to take on interested customers over at the poker table. They pay you just to play poker? That would seem to be the case. I am a professional after all. Bah, dare I detect pride in that statement? It's just hard for an honest, hardworking member of society like me to imagine. Yes, your imagination was always a bit limited, Winston. What? I've played poker for 7 years in that little room, and I've never lost. Once. What? You see why the customers come now? Defeat the undefeated poker champion. It's quite a draw. That is, I'm quite a draw. Wait, you've never lost once? Not even one time? As I said, I'm a professional. He's played poker for 7 years and not lost once? Is that even possible? That room we were playing, and the competition there are club's main attractions. The room in the crime scene photo is an attraction? It has quite a history, actually. Bush Club used to be a gathering spot for black market types back in the day. Black market? All in the past. Things like the black market are only on the silver screen nowadays. Suffice it to say that there are a lot of deals being made under the table. But they're in that room. A smoking room? Gambling hoods? You know, just looking at this picture makes me feel bad. I'm pretty sure you are a bad judge, bro. The bosses gather around the table. Can the deals safe from the eyes of law? What the hell? Where was I? Meanwhile, a goon keeps watch through a small window. I can practically picture it now. That window. Doesn't look like it would be good for keeping a lookout, but a local balance. The room had a few other tricks to it. Those common knowledge to regulars. At any rate, they go to play poker in the room steep in history. Despite the dark past, it's all just good, clean fun. Virtual Semper. We play a game of poker using 2 decks of cards. Two decks of cards? A simple measure to prevent cheating. If you alternate 2 decks, no one can slip on cards. There's something else I noticed. In addition to the cards on the table, there are some lying scattered on the floor. Precisely. Cards on the table, cards upon the floor. Each one for bringing a complete deck. Crimson painted blue, finds a vast group of cards. It's poetic, really. Incidentally, we use 2 types of cards as a club. One deck of cards for red, and the other blue. As I recall, in poker, you make 5 card heads. You see how it would be easy to shape. Yes, a game of heads. This competition you're talking about. I believe the court understands the nature of the game so efficiently. That's right. It was a simple game, after all. Are you sure? People are not murdered over simple games, Mr. Justice. Defendant, you're in the room that very moment the crime occurred, yet you claim no connection to the crime? Now that's strange. What's strange? I was just testifying about the competition that night. Asking me about the crime at this point is against the rules, Your Honor. Of course, I expected to hear a cry of objection from the defense. Let that one slip by. I'll just spare you. Justice, sir? Right? Your son and I'd like to make clear, namely her connection to the case at hand, and I'd like to hear it from you. Sure, why not? Very well, the defendant will amend his testimony. Just one little purpose. And I've got myself a whole new testimony. I plead silence regarding the murder, but I will say I never touched a murder weapon. Silence? The defendant has the right to refuse to testify. I hadn't forgotten everything about the law. But why? That clearly puts you at a disadvantage. And it's your job to turn that around in our favor. Yes? Great. Like I didn't have enough to do that already. Justice, didn't you detect anything odd about that testimony? Huh? Wait, there's something sad doing, strangely. Just one thing. Now what was it? When you figure it out, it's just presenting evidence. Evidence that contradicts the testimony. Contradiction in Mr. Wright's testimony? But why? I better check the court record. I can't imagine Mr. Wright lying in a testimony. Isn't it a little early to be jumping to conclusions? This is your first cross-examination. Take it slow. If you need more information, don't forget to press. Right. I got it. I'm fine. I'm not listening to that testimony again. Alright, so, I'm pretty sure here we'll just present this. Oh, shit. There. So, you say you didn't touch the murder weapon. Grape juice bottle? Right? So I said. Something the matter, Mr. Justice? Too bad our new defense attorney never learned how to play dumb. What's this, Mr. Payne? I examined the following question, you see, and it was covered with the defendant's fingerprints. Objection! No need to shout, Mr. Justice. I can hear you just fine. Excessive yelling can damage each other's ears in our case. But what about my chorus of steel? Anyway. What's so strange about the fingerprints on the ball in the restaurant? Well, that's true. The prints alone won't prove that he did. Oh, they wouldn't prove a thing if they were normal fingerprints. Huh? but the fingerprints on the murder weapon were upside down. Upside down? What does that mean? It means he was holding the ball inverted. But there could be only one reason for that. Yes. To bring someone with the bottle. Ugh. Mr. Kevin, I can't think things took a turn for the worse. Oh? I see no problem with justice. Huh? The only thing that matters is the truth. There's a good reason for everything. We'll see. Defendant, can you explain your fingerprints on this ball to the court? I said I might plea of silence regarding the murder. For now. Not very cooperative, right? This could hurt your case. I'm sure he's uncooperative because he's hiding something. They must see some reason. Objection! Your Honor, you seem to have gotten something. And what might that be, Mr. Evans? On the night of the crime, who was it who reported the murder to the police? Reported? Well, that was the defendant, Mr. Wright. But still, that... really? Yes, well, according to the case file. The murder was reported from near the scene by call from the defendant's cell phone. Near the scene? Let's take a look at the diagram of the murder scene, shall we? The victim was murdered in a small room in the basement 2 floors down from ground level. Of course, cell phones can't get reception so far down. The defendant used the stairs in this hallway to go above the ground. The call came from the first floor of the restaurant. I see. And this is the phone that made the call? The defendant could have just fled the scene of the crime if he chose to. Yet he fulfilled his duty as a citizen and reported to the authorities. And you claim he's being uncorroborative? Nice save, Mr. Gavin. I'd better not waste this. I think the prosecution has toyed for our client enough for the time being. Toyed? I assure you, no one's more serious about. What was it he said? The defendant in the room at the very moment. The defendant was in the room at the very moment the crime occurred. How can you possibly know this? That's a good question. How indeed? The answer is simple, Your Honor. The prosecution has a decisive witness. You're as good as they say you are. So someone else was in the room the night of the crime? That must mean they witnessed the crime. Everything up to now has just been a warm-up, Justice. Are you ready? Very well. The prosecution may call its first witness to the stand. The witness will state her name and profession. Hold on just a minute. Where's the witness? Not only is he dumb as hell, he's blind. Bro, we're fucked. I surmise that she has been frightened by the defense's demonic looking horns. So easy little hell gel. Relax, people. Have no fear. If any forms pour in the direction, this court will cut them off. Are you sure? I swear it'll make gravel. Please, come out. Wait, no, I need to hit harder. There. Isn't violence against hair a crime, Your Honor? Well, yeah, for sure it is. Okay. I can't do a Russian accent. I'm sorry. No, the prosecution. What? Wait a minute. Will the prosecution care to explain the witnesses' paraphernalia? Yes, she is a professional, Your Honor. Those are merely tools to portray. And that would be... My name is Agla O'Reilly. I'm employed as a waitress in Borschtball Club restaurant. I think the pun for name is Olga O'Reilly. Olga O'Reilly? Whatever. Then why the camera? Of course, it's my pride to serve borscht. That is the name of the restaurant. I also perform, how is it said? How it is said? At the service. I take it one of these services is taking customers' pictures? Da. Like, for example, this one. That's the defendant? Indeed, the night of the murder. The man in the white hat is one who has gone kaput. Indeed, that is the victim. Order. This is quite a piece of evidence to casually drop into your laps. It is the same as I drop cold bowls of porridge from laps of customers. Casually. The court will casually upset this new evidence. Now, witness, where were you at the time of the murder? I was in room. The hideout, we call it. Excuse me? The hideout? It's this room where famous gangster bad guy. They can't keep getting away with this. Was arrested. It's the room where the murder took place. What? In a look of utter surprise. It is lovely. I'll post my courtroom door later for you. Dada. Photos will be numbered. You will write which ones you want a copy of. So there are 3 people in town. In the room at the time of the crime. The victim, Shay Smith, Mr. Wright, and Olga O'Reilly. Olga O'Reilly. Our witness. And if Mr. Wright isn't the killer, then that means... Very well. Witness, you will testify to the court about the night's events. That night, customer asked me to do cards for game. It was cold. Both players played a hat song, The victim, he plays the whole time with his hand on locket at his neck. Then last stand is done. But something terrible has happened, That man flew at the victim and strangling him to death. Strangling. Quite the murder. Incidentally, who won the game? Is it obvious? The winner was the victim, Mr. Smith. That's ridiculous. Because Mr. Wright can't lose, justice? Maybe you could come up with a more legitimate reason? But he hadn't lost 7 years. Take it from me, kid. It happens. I didn't lose a case of my first 7 years as a prosecutor either. Incidentally, I have some evidence here. These are the poker chips I saved away at the very moment of seeing the crime. The hand and chips on this side belongs to the defendant, Mr. Wright. Those on the far side belong to the victim, Mr. Smith. Chips, you said? I mean, yes. Imagine that poker sport. Your hand is your army, and the chips are the spoils. I know that. After all, in my youth, I was known as the poker head of courtroom number 3. I think he means poker face. Looking at this picture, it does seem that most of the chips are on the victim's side of the table. Very well. The defendants may cross-examine the witness. Okay, so I'm not going to go through every single thing because I already know what it is. I mean, like anyone with a then present. Yeah. Oh really? Strangled, you say? That's all. Former customers only choke on porridge. No, I mean, this report shows that the victim died of a blow to the head. Mr. Really now. Did you witness the crime? I can't, my voice can go that high at night, bro. Looking at the picture, it doesn't seem like he was hit. He is still wearing his hat and everything. Yeah, it is a fact that he was hit, Your Honor. Here's a photo we took of the victim with his hat off during our investigation. Well, that's quite shocking, isn't it? His head certainly was hit. But I've seen it happen. The defendant, he lunged at victim. His neck. Oh really, Miss O'Reilly? I think I caught you in your own lie this time, Justice. I admire your enthusiasm, but perhaps you should think this through once more. What do you mean? I found contradiction. Someone in your testimony that troubles me. Very well. It seems we should continue this cross-examination. There's such a thing as thinking too much. This horse is dead. Stop eating it. There's such a thing as thinking aloud too much, too. That night, customer asked me to do cards for game. It was cold. Most players played with hats on, dog. The victim plays the whole time with his hand on the slot of his neck. Okay, wait, lock it? Okay, so I think... Yeah, I was right. You know, there was one curious part about her testimony, just like Mr. Gavin said, but what does it mean? Mr. Justice, would you care to explain what is it that you're thinking so intensely about? Recall the testimony, Your Honor. The victim played with his hand on his lucky guy's neck. I believe this is what she said. I hope you aren't about to raise an objection to the witness's grammar. His hand unlocked at his neck. No, but look at this photograph. Do you see a locket on the victim's neck? Well done, Justice. I'm impressed. I knew you'd be able to handle this. But what does it mean? If we are to believe this witness's testimony as is, then the locket disappeared following the victim's death. Lockets don't just disappear, Your Honor. It's quite simple when you think about it. If the locket is gone, someone must have taken it off, no? Taken it off? Wait, you don't mean... The defendant wasn't strangling the victim at all. He was taking off his locket. Wouldn't that explain it? Ah. The defendant? What do you have to say to this? Say, yes. I just noticed this, but you have something hanging around your neck, don't you? Oh? You mean this? Yes, it's a locket with a photograph beside it. A photo with my daughter. Come again? Mr. Wright, you have a daughter? We confirmed that at the time of your arrest. The picture in the locket is indeed Mr. Wright's daughter. So Mr. Wright has a locket too? Why don't I buy it? No, this is just a commercial. Well no. If the results of this courtroom is led to murder, perhaps we should hear a bit more about the outcome of the game. Further testimony won't really be necessary. It's clear the defendant lost badly. So really, you will testify to the court about the gameplay between the victim and the defendant. A serious competition. The game began with 2,500 points and chips for each man. House chips come in two sizes, small and large. The one who was winning, was the victim. For our last hand, the defendant played with all chips on the table and lose. The winner wants to decide it. The defendant grabs ball from table land. Indeed, looking at this picture, it does seem to be a one-sided game. As court knows, poker was the defendant's life. Failure must have been a bitter pill to swallow. How many times have I heard these words? I've done it in infinite anger, Your Honor, and I regret what I've done. A common tale, but true. Methinks the judge watches too many old court movies. Mr. Wright said he hasn't lost in 7 years, so this testimony must be wrong. Alright, so here's competition. The game began with blah blah blah. House chips come in two sizes, small and large. The one who was winning was the victim. For last hand, the defendant played fall chips on the table and lose. They went most of society photographs to hit and win. Can I... Damn. Okay. Okay, do I need to press them? You're telling me that Mr. Wright undefeated for 7 whole years was losing? Duh, it must have been the most unlucky day for him. I'm glad I did not take out a picture of him. It was a bird camera, certainly. The chips, they went always to the victim side of the table. So you're telling us there's a one-sided game? Duh, one-sided and... For last time, the defendant played fall chips to the table and lose. Press. Last hand, it was the largest points of any hand. The defendant's hand, it was excellent. He tried to use it to take victory from behind. It appears that both the defendant and victim's hand are in this picture. That is surely an excellent hand. However, as victims, one of the highest number wins, so the defendant loses. The victim, Mr. Smith, had a stronger hand than the defendant and crushed him. I believe that's what explains what Curtis says. As cards lay down on the table, it happened. The moment loss was decided, the defendant grabbed his ball off the table and what happened next? Even to think of it now, that shaken tremor died. I do not believe such thing would happen. What such thing? Please, you must believe. I have no idea how could such thing occurred. What such thing? Not yet. Yeah. The defendant had been hitting the victim. I saw it all happen right before me. I saw a ball come down the victim's head. Decisive, isn't it, Your Honor? My witness saw the very moment of seeing the crime. Remember, your first goal is to gather information. Yes, sir. Without contradictions. Here comes justice. Guess I'll place you. Are those still usual starting points for any of the special rules used? No, not special. People games, usual rules. If each man began for a total of 300, 500 points, 3,000, then that total would be, exactly 7,000 points. Please, this is a calculus. It's not even long division. How chips count in two sides, small or large? Are the chips in this photo? All the chips are used? Duh, of course. Such as fish with these chips. Press hard. Yes, you press harder. Maybe you could explain a bit about these chips. Explain? What is there to be explained? Poker chips are poker chips. They're not fish and chips. Not a chip off the old block. Not a motorcycle cop. Not a... Thanks. Not enough press there. Better have something. What are these chips worth? Are they dollars? Rubles? Yeah, as I've been saying before, what's game? Not gambling. Hard perhaps for capitalists to understand. Two types of chip. 100 and 1,000 points chip. It's not money, though. Justice? Sir, don't you find it very interesting? And what was it, was there? Please have it add to your testimony yourself. Well, does the first one was to add to her testimony? Yes, I do think this deserves for scrutiny. Add it to the testimony. I wish I knew where I was going with this. Me too, bro. Me too. Very well, witness, if you would be so kind. Right. What kind of chip is worth 100? The other kind is worth 1,000. 2 kinds in all. Mr. Gavin said his testimony is important. To be honest, I have no idea why. Mr. Justice, do the court a favor and think of what you want to say before raising your hand. We're not a kindergarten. Sorry, sir. I'm fine. Better think of something to ask. Quick. I think I save here. Alright, Z. The two types of chips. The small ones are 100, and big ones are 1,000. Right? Right, of course. Ha! Don't waste our time. Is that all? Yeah. Well, great. Miss Gavin, maybe stop her. I'm the one who looks dumb. Oh, Justice. Please shut the not embarrass me like that. Huh? Who? Me? There's a clear contradiction in the information you have in your hands. What? It's a simple amount of calculation. Go on, try it. Okay, so... What the fuck, bro? Actually, I may be stupid, but I have to, bro. I have to use the calculator. So the big ones are 1,000 points, right? So that's 1,000 times what? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, what the hell? Okay, yeah, those are way more than there should be, bro. I'm not in kindergarten, Phil. Calculation. The only was winning. That was a victim. Shoot. Okay, that wasn't my fault. Wait, no, do I press the other one? Shoot. Back. Present. Blah, blah, blah. How do I... There. Sorry, bro. I'm still getting used to controls. You sure it was the victim who won? Absolutely sure. It seems our new attorney is a bit confused. I got these pictures enough to tell you who won. If you're not in kindergarten, just for safety's sake, could you explain the problem to the court? Of course, Your Honor. This fellow, I see small chips, I see large chips. Tell me, which one are worth 1,000 points? Why, the big ones, of course. Duh. Oh, I thought so too. But then the totals don't add up. The totals? Let's review what the witness has told us. Each man started with 3,500 points of chips, and the combined total value of the chips were 7,000. Yes, if my calculations are correct. Let's see. 3 plus 1, carry the 5. They are, Your Honor. Oh, wait, shit. Bro, I gotta count myself. Open false. I'll look at that in a bit. Oh, wrong photo. So if we go by thousands, then yeah. Phoenix won by a landslide, bro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Yeah, Phoenix won by a landslide. Bro was born 1 year after Phoenix? Bro 61? What the hell? There, Your Honor. Now, look at this photo that allegedly shows all the chips. 1, 2, 3. If the big chips are worth 100 points and small chips are worth 100, you add them up. How much is it? It's over 10,000. Do it yourself. You're an kindergarten, are you? 2,600 points. The chips don't add up. This clearly contradicts the witness's testimony. But why? How could this be? Exactly, Justice. Now you know the what, you must determine the why. Right, there's only one possible way to explain this contradiction. Oh wait, no. How do I go down? Oh right. Both are right. Each man began the game with 3,500 points. If all the chips are indeed shown in this paragraph, then there can only be one answer. Well, what is it? The value of the chips was the other way around. What? Want to know what I think? The small chips were worth 1,000 points, not the big ones. Madness. Utter madness. Show me that paragraph of chips again. There are 6 small chips and 10 large chips. Why? That does make 7,000 points when you add them up. Excellent work, Justice. It's almost as if you figured it out by yourself. I mean, I kinda didn't I? Who am I talking to, bro? Like, there's no one in the chat. Or should they just apologize to bro? Well, I'm just glad I was the one who said it. But wait! The If the chips may be different, but that changes nothing. Sorry, I actually know the bird's voice, or I can't. Indeed, the victim did have a large number of chips still. Ah, exactly. If the small chips are worth 1,000 points, and the large chips are 100, let's do a little math. Add up the points for each side of the table. The victim, Jay Smith, had 2,900 points. And the defendant, 4,100. Well now, it seems that Mr. Wright was winning that night after all. That's impossible. My client has even less reason to kill the victim. After all, he was winning. Yeah! Now, Miss O'Reilly, you must have known the true value of the chips, since you were there at the scene of the crime. Weren't you? Like I said, my voice can go high. Order. It appears our defendant has lost his motive. And Mr. Wright is supposed to feed never happened. We must now ask ourselves whether we can trust the witness's testimony at... Hold it. Excuse me? What is it, Mr. Miller? I did not want to be saying this, but... Actually, you see here... See what, Miss O'Reilly? What do we see? In the last stand, there was a cheat. A cheat? You don't mean a trick? Wait, or do you mean a scam? They're all the same thing. Yes, there's a cheat in last hand. There's a cheat in last hand. This is why you gain ends of chips as they are. Great, just great. First we have lying, now cheating. Well, in this case it really has taken a turn. Very interesting. Witness, you will please testify to the court. Tell us about this cheating in a final hand. Allegro, please. Damn it. The last hand, both men had full house. There's 4 of each card in the deck, from ace to king. If you look at both men's hand, cheat is more obvious. Next moment, king becomes argument. Duh. If the defendant's trick was exposed, he took ball in his hand. Poor Mr. Smith. Mr. Riley, why did you not tell the court about this from the very beginning? I thought I saw the cover up here. Well, folks, it's time to throw back the covers. A full house is a very high score hand, not easy to make in my experience. Let alone is enough to suspect less than scrupulous tactics. Miss Gavin? What's that full house? Largest these days. You don't know your poker? I can't say this, but it's well for a case. Okay. What is this? Some sort of secret poker ring? Justice? You know terms 1 pair, 2 pair, and 3 pair of a time? Yes? Yeah, no problem. 2 cards with the same number makes a pair, and 3 makes a 3 of a time. Good. Now picture a hand with 1 pair, and 1 3 of a time. That's a full house. That doesn't sound very easy to make, does it? You see each player's hand in this photo. Wow, they both have full houses. We forget, there's an easy way to make a full house. To go undefeated for 7 years. You cheat. The defendants may cross-examine the witness. If he did cheat on the last stand, that still leaves one important question. Mr. Wright lost their hand. Who's ever heard of a personal conman losing when they cheat? Okay, so you all know what full house is? I think I'm gonna press this. So, I gotta search for each card you said. Duh, there is 1 spade, 1 diamond, 1 heart, and 1 club for each hand. Each card. Configure. Gameplay, key configure. Oh shit. Confirm, present, history. Excuse me. It is interesting fact that comes. This number 4 comes from a number of seasons. Huh? You don't say. And did you know the cards are numbered 1 through 13? Add all the cards in your deck and get 364. A year? Huh? You don't say. Isn't that one day short? That's why each deck has 2 jokers. They say the second joker stands for a leap year. Thus you have a perfect representation of the year. All the deck of cards. Huh? You don't say. We're going to be in this corner for a year if it keeps on like this. If you look at both of his hands, she just more obvious. I'm pressing about this. How is it clear? Well, the defendant, he played the fifth face. Fifth face? I still remember both hands very well. Obviously, cheating was afoot. Perhaps I should say a hand. Your Honor, perhaps it's going to be added to the testimony from Mr. Payne's joke. Of course, the witness will add this detail to her testimony, please. Alright, folks, we have our winner. As you can see, there are 3 kings and 2 aces, not 3 aces. Alright, where was I? So gonna. It appears the witness is mistaken. Mistaken? But my name? Look, this piece of evidence clearly contradicts what you said in your testimony. That's the photo of the chips, is it not? Justice? Perhaps you ought to explain your point in a way that the judge can comprehend. In other words, use your finger to point out your evidence. Yes, please point out the contradiction in this photo. My meek and fragile eyes cannot see. What particular point contradicts the witness's testimony? Mr. Vriller, in your testimony, he made the following claim. Mr. Smith's hand has 3 aces. But as you can clearly see, the victim's hand only held 2 aces. Well, maybe the witness was simply confused. Perhaps it was the defendant's hand that held the third question. Take another look at the evidence. As you can see, the defendant also had 2 aces in his hand. Where's this 5th ace? I see cheating, alright, and it's going right on here in this courtroom. 2 aces in each player's hand. Those make 4 aces in total. Hardly proof of cheating. Wait, please. It is true. I have seen it. The 5th ace. There's cheating. I swear to you. I see the 5th ace in the photo. That's odd. She must be lying. Yet she's supposed to see her all day. You're right to trust her instincts. Mr. Gavin, who knows what lies in store for us in John has? Your Honor, if I may, I have a suggestion. What might that be, Mr. Gavin? If you would mind, perhaps we might examine the actual cards. The cards? Mr. Payne. Yes? Players' hand now set aside as evidence, were they not? The defense will like to request that the cards be shown to the court. Very well, the prosecution will submit this evidence. Which will you examine? The victim's cards or the defendant's cards? If these cards don't prove cheating, there's nothing going on. Now, which of these hands is more suspicious? The victims, obviously. It was the victims that changed over the course of the witness's testimony. The defendant requests time to examine Mr. Smith's cards. Very well. Mr. Payne, if you would. Very well. Well, time's wasting. Get to it, Justice. Yes, sir. When examining evidence, be sure to view it from all sides and angles. Try using arrow keys to turn either which way, and B and M to zoom in and out. That should give you a better perspective on the case. Okay, let's do this. Sure. Is that a blue card I see? I don't know, guys. Is that blue card or is that red? I don't know. Like, I don't know. Is that blue or red? What would you let me? My bad, that's on me. I didn't realize that if I did that a bit too much. What? Your Honor, look at this. One of the victim's cards. The back is a different color. That's impossible. But I put that card in right hand. What was that, Miss O'Reilly? No, none yet. I merely said, Your Honor? Mr. Kevin, yes? Tell me, what is the easiest way to cheat at poker? To cheat? I'll tell you. One merely needs a friend, a comrade, shall we say. The dealer. Wait, so you mean this witness, Miss O'Reilly? She's a cheater, a professional wager. Yeah. Order. Focus, Justice. Not to take advantage of her. Of her mistake. Yeah, I want to word that better, Apollo. Your Honor, please recall the testimony we just heard. That's impossible, but I put that card in right hand. Ergo, Miss O'Reilly conspired to cheat, not with my client, but with the victim, Mr. Shady Smith. I how weird this one was. Pursued. Well, not only did she cheat, she cheated poorly. Therefore, it's not hard to imagine an altercation between her and Apologies. Needed a drink to you know, keep my voice fresh. Remember to hydrate when playing these Skype games. The defense isn't accusing the witness, Miss Oglo. Really, are you? Time for justice. There are 3 people in the room at the time of the incident, and if Mr. Wright isn't guilty, that means I am. The defendant accuses the witness, Miss Oglo Aurelie, of murder. And she falls. Crap. Mr. Payne, where's your witness, Miss Oglo Aurelie? It appears she's lost consciousness, Your Honor. Miss Justice? Your Honor. It seems you've presented a new possibility to the court. One suggestion. One suggesting a connection between the witness and the victim, Mr. Smith. And that means this court cannot pronounce a verdict for the defendant at this time. What? I did. I held out. I see no point in prolonging the trial this day. The prosecution will need to make further inquiries. What's his voice is so young, son? Mr. Wright, you can't end the trial here, Your Honor. Not yet. What nonsense is the defense spewing now? Think. What if the car has had a different colored back? Don't you wonder what it means? What are you doing, Mr. Wright? Raising objections right when you're about to get off the hook? Ridiculous. Mr. Payne, you of all people should know. Mr. Wright has a talent. For you're ridiculous. For you're ridiculous. Perhaps we should get to the bone of the things. Let's clear up the facts about the game that fateful night. As was said before, we alternated between 2 decks of cards that night. That was said before. The 2 decks of the club had different colored backs, blue and red, 1 color per deck. Why use different colored backs? If you use the same color, 2 decks might get mixed. You use different colors and still got mixed up. We used the red deck for the last game. I see, but that's odd. For some reason, I have this impression that you were using the blue cards. Yeah, me too. I'm sure someone said something about blue cards. Whatever. In the end, 1 card of the mixed color got into the mix, which means I was cheating. Yes, a card slipped into the deck seemed to indicate cheating. This card raises 2 serious questions. Apollo? Yes? Let's consider the first question, shall we? Think, in the last game, when was the card swapped? When? There are 3 broad personalities here. Could have been swapped before the murder, during the murder, or after the murder. Well, yeah, thanks for the news, Bolton, right? Of course, it was swapped. Oh? It might be as similar as you think, Mr. Payne, or it might not be. Hard to hear how Apollo thinks first. When do you think the cards were stripped? Because if she thought she put it in Wright's hand, then it had to be after the murder, right? But then... oh shit. Yeah, it was definitely after murder because you could even see the shit right there. It has to be after, right? Perhaps it happened after the murder? What's that? Ridiculous! What's the point of cheating after the hands have been shown? That's silly. Yes, but tell me, how do you swap cards during the game? I'll take it. I'll take silly if impossible. Take it from me, son. There's a lot of silly in this world, but this is very possible. Oh? Even when the backs of the cards are a different color? If you pulled that during the game, you'd be caught in no time. Quite true. That would mean that the blue card in question was swapped after the hands were shown, after the murder. Okay, this is going past silly and straight onto crazy. Thanks again. What's the point of cheating after the game's over? Who would do that? Who indeed? That's one of the mysteries before us. There's another? Why, yes, a simple, yet decisive question is you asked. Who swapped the red card for a blue card? Who? The game? The murder is done. The victim is dead. Only two remain in the moon, alive. That is, the defendant, Phoenix Wright, and a witness. Oh, well, really? Okay. So who was it that swapped the red card for the blue? If she thought she put it in Wright's hand, then it had to be Ogla. Swap the cards. She was trying to cover up evidence of cheating. That does make some sense. Sorry. But there's a powerful explanation. Huh? Swap card was for the rogue deck. Yes, the blue card was stuck in the red hand. There's the card for the rogue deck, made back to different colors. Remember that you're talking about Ogla, really? She was the dealer. Where do you think she would make such a novice mistake? Actually, I have trouble even mentioning the judge or even mistake. Give it a little more thought, Apollo. Right, okay. So it had to be someone else. Just right, of course. Well, it doesn't seem like it could have been Ogla really either. What are you suggesting? That's how you was concluding that. As a defense, I think it only makes sense for you to name Miss Aurelia at this point. Yes, I know. But she was the one who dealt the cards, right? I just can't believe she would make the mistake of swapping the wrong color card. If that card was swapped here again, it'd be obvious. Something you'd like to share with the court, Mr. Wright? Oh, my apologies, Your Honor. I was just thinking how much fun this all is. Fun? How about confusing? I have no idea what the defense is claiming, Your Honor. If the one who swapped the card was a defendant, it wasn't Mr. Really, then who was it? Yeah, well, that is the question, is it? Precisely. Huh? I believe we're about to see this case take a new direction. A new direction? We'll find that indeed, after the murder, someone swapped one of the cards in the victim's hands. And that someone made two critical mistakes. I'm sure you're going to tell us that the first was swapped the wrong color card, because one who did it didn't know two colors of the cards were being used. The other mistake was the number on the card. Right. First replaced the fifth ace with a king. I'm sure whoever swapped it wasn't expecting there to be a fifth face after all. All they knew was that the king had been won for a full house. So they picked up a king from the table and swapped it in. But there's one problem. According to our case record, this person doesn't exist. True, not until now, but you have to admit the possibility of a fourth person. Though it's more than a possibility. There was someone else that night at the cream this time. I believe you just spoke truthfully earlier. You do make Charles ridiculous, Mr. Wright. This trial has proceeded on one central assumption. Namely, that at the time of the incident, there are only 3 people in that room. I believe this is the evidence, shall I say, overturns that assumption. The problem is that you chose to conceal this information from the court. I suppose that is a problem, yes. Court is adjourned for a brief recess. Mr. Gavin, I'll see you in my chambers during this recess. Certainly, Your Very well. Trial resume in 20 minutes. April 20th, 11:52 a.m. So we've been in there for like an hour and 52 minutes. That was quite unexpected, Mr. Wright. You suddenly claimed that there was another person at the scene of the crime like that. I must ask, is it the truth? Well, I think you would know the answer to that. Be mysterious, are we? I have no time for mysteries. I'd only ask that you leave the defendant to your defendants in the future. Otherwise, I cannot guarantee the outcome. I see you haven't mellowed up one bit. Kristoff. Justice? Yes, sir? The judge has summoned me to his chambers to carry on without me. You did well, Apollo. Can I ask you something? Sure. That locket you're wearing, is that really yours, Mr. Wright? You're ordering about the visitor's disappearing locket? Here, you can take a look at it. That's a picture of my daughter in there. I'm just surprised to hear you had a daughter. Looks like Lauren. Perhaps share me here one of these days. One more question. The one who cheated that night, was it you? Wait, I got... Ooh, almost dropped my water. Okay. Yeah, it wouldn't make sense. What do you think? Huh? You know what happened 7 years ago? That I did. It's not a reasonable for you to think that I might cheat. I never. Honest. But it is that you managed to go undefeated for several years. Want to know something? There's only one game where you can be dealt bad cards all night and still win. Poker. You see, poker is all about reading your opponent. In that way, it's not like a court case. Poker is like a trial law. Figure out what your opponent is thinking, and you win. Well, yeah, but that's harder than it sounds. I think not. You're trying to say might conceal it. Everyone knows what's your true thoughts in the end. The body language can become a valuable source of information. You're kidding! That witness, for example, is so real. She would touch the back of her neck during certain parts of her testimony. Did you not notice? No. Come on, who knows that? Words, habits, twitches. It's all information for the reading. That's a secret to winning, Apollo. Someone taught me, and I'll pass the secret on to you. But I'm not worth it. I mean, there's no way I'll pick up on these signals. No, you can't do it. Huh? You just don't know it yet. What are you talking about? But you will soon. Almost forgot. One more thing. About this case, you should know, I haven't told the truth to anyone yet. Huh? But I have our reasons, of course. All shall be revealed. And Apollo, I need you to be there, defending me. I need your power. My, power? I had no idea my voice is still that special. It's time. The real trial begins now. Do your best. Alright, I think I'm actually going to end there. I could probably complete this tonight, but like, bro, I'm on the verge of falling asleep. Like, actually. Because I started this at like 9 exactly. Pretty sure. Yeah, 9 exactly. So like, oof. Okay, yeah. Well, it was a fun stream, everyone. Everyone questioning being English like nobody. As I stream to nobody because no way my time zone is away. But I get about, I'll see you all another time. Alright? So then, I'll leave you all with this.